Hello, my name is Heather Mullen.
My name is Daniel Fernandez.
Hi, my name's Menasha Spivak.
Hi, I'm Sue.
When I was 16, I fell in love.
Didn't really come out.
I kind of came out twice.
So my coming out story is a little complicated.
The first time I came out as bisexual, which is not uncommon for people who identify as gay or lesbian.
Although I came around and was able to understand, what was going on with me, initially I was outed.
I first knew that I didn't identify as female, my assigned at birth sex, because when I was 16, someone wanted to put nail polish on me. A lot of my friends at camp used to love putting makeup on and putting me in their clothes just because I wasn't girly like they were, and so it was just a lot of fun. And
I was in grade 8. I attended Catholic school all through my education, and so I remember it was with one of my close friends in grade 8. Her name was Lindsay. We were in church of all places, and during like a silent prayer
At Girl Guide camp. And she loved me back. At first, we kept redefining our friendship. Then at some point, we crossed a line.
So I had been with a woman, the two of us had been meeting, and although we both knew that it could be, not that it could be dangerous, we just knew we had to hide it. And so that's what we were doing. And it was easy to do because we were just so much in love with each other. We didn't want anybody else around anyway. So we were constantly hiding and going off to different places.
It was bliss. And it was torment. Up to this point in my life, I didn't know anyone who was gay. I hadn't even heard the word lesbian. All I knew was that I was something normal society thought was bad and wrong. It didn't feel bad or wrong to us. It felt amazing and right.
I remember saying, yeah, you can put nail polish on, but it doesn't mean I'm a girl.
I said to her that I was bi. She was really positive about it, not judgmental at all, which gave me a sense of comfort, but that was it. Did not come out to anybody else, didn't tell anybody else.
Rubber hit the road when I came home one day, and I had just come off the metro, and my brother, I could see one of my brothers like flying down the street, and he kind of comes, screeching halt in front of me and says, you watch out, it's like she knows. And I was like, she knows? What does she know? She what? And I knew who she meant when he said she knows. He meant my mother. And I was like, what do you mean she knows? She knows what?
We tried hard to keep the shame from sticking to us. We kept our love in soft, secret places. But people at camp found out, and we were told to put it away or get kicked out. We were told to keep our sick thing away from the little children, as if we were pedophiles for loving each other. I couldn't swallow for the shame.
About a year afterwards, when I had gone to high school, and then I decided I needed to come out as a gay man. I realized I wasn't bisexual, had no interest in women in that way, and so I then chose to come out to my then best friend Aaron at the time.
And in the moment, I didn't realize what I was saying, and I don't know why I still remember this, but I remember that to this day, and that was 14 years ago.
But our love was strong and true. And in my gut, I knew that this was just another kind of love, just as wonderful as anyone else's, and that we had the right to have this love. Camp ended, and my love and I went home to our separate cities and pined for each other from a distance. We wrote long love letters on paper, then waited a week for the reply to come in the mail. On occasion, we were able to sneak a long-distance phone call on the family phone, stuck to the wall by a twisty cord in my parents' bedroom.
I did identify as female back then because I don't think I understood what gender was, and that I had a choice. And
said about that woman, right? And I was like, okay. And I thought, all right. So I go home. And then as I enter the house, my mother, right away I could see she ended up telling me later that she hadn't slept for a few days. And she basically said, it's like, why didn't you tell me what you are? And in a few words or less, I basically said, well, look at you. That's pretty much why I didn't tell you.
Eventually, my mom became suspicious and accused me of being gay. She'd been worried for some time because apparently, unbeknownst to me, it ran in our family like bad DNA.
Right? I didn't know what was going to happen. And so although the coming out process is difficult, and being outed and having to, answer questions, now there's all kinds of language, terminology. You can use the internet. You have, support, and back in the 1980s, there was none of that.
She implored me to pick someone normal to love, as if I had a choice about who I love. My mom told me that homosexuals had very unhappy lives and were outcasts from society, that I would never get married or have children, that I would be very lonely. She loved me and didn't want that life for me.
As a matter of fact, my mother wanted to, was very seriously considering institutionalizing me. And so it was tough.
We found a whole community that held us and nurtured our love.
And it wasn't until I was 24 that I met someone who identified as non-binary, and my eyes just went, what? I can do that? And from there, things snowballed. So.
And my first love and I, 36 years later, we are still there for each other. And we still share this ring.